Well, very strangely, I was doing a wake ceremony for the reportedly dead Rumpelstiltskin, my associate, and I don't know. I touched a button on the phone, and the next thing you know, the whole video disappeared. Never. Well, sometimes I see weird things with this phone, but anyway, Bob Frizzell came, and who else came? Marge Simpson came, and Arbuthnot cried, and I cried for our good friend Rumpelstiltskin. And then the video just died. I was talking about some of the things that were on the table, and the video just disappeared. No one say he's an elf, and no one say that he didn't have elf magic. He did. Anyways, let's see. We're going to change hats. And Yoshi's here. Yoshi, Yoshi, who's like friend of Super Mario Brothers. Oh, my friend Yoshi. He talks a little bit higher than me. It's true. Rumpelstiltskin was found. Anyway, I don't understand how we lost our video of the wake. But we've got a bottle of whiskey, because Rumpelstiltskin likes whiskey sours, so we made a whiskey sour. Right here. Alright, they want to drink. Okay, what we have here on the table is Forbidden Knowledge, which is by Jason Quitt and Bob Mitchell. It's about invisible worlds and forces that surround us. Ancient Egypt, Atlantis, past and future, UFOs, the veils of unknown reality. So that was one book that we were looking. He's called Revelations of a Multidimensional Time Traveler. Now, other time travelers that we've got here in the book form. This is Under the Moons of Mars by Edgar Rice Burroughs. This is the one that wrote... Well, this is a John Carter book, Captain John Carter. And Keanu Reeves played John Carter in a movie, and I don't think I really watched it. But Edgar Rice Burroughs, The Land That Time Forgot, At the Earth's Core, Beyond 30, The Moon Maid, The Pirates of Venus, and most famous, I think, for the Tarzan books. Anyway, that was another one that we got out of the library, and it's quite unlikely that we're going to read it. The books come and they're more to prompt our imagination than to read. I've got so many books, it's unbelievable. And I used to read them all, and now I sample them. Okay, what else was I going to tell you? Okay, what else have I got here? I've got Kitty Kelly's book called The Family, and it's The Bushwalker Pierce Robinson Family Tree. So it's about the Bush family. And, well, in the previous video I told the story about it, and I'm not going to tell the story about it now. It's Kitty Kelly's book about the family, and there's all kinds of other weird stories. The weirdest story of all is George H.W. Bush's wife. The reputed story that she was the daughter of reputed crazy magician from Great Britain, Aleister Crowley, who Ozzy Osbourne sung about when he was, I think it was with Black Sabbath, Mr. Crowley. That song is about Barbara Bush's father, according to some alternative theories. And Prescott Bush was a senator during World War II who was trading with Nazi Germany. How his son became president is beyond me, but that's what happened. Prescott Bush trading with Hitler. The son H.W. Bush was head of the CIA and was at the Texas Book Depository on the day that John F. Kennedy was assassinated. His son, George W. Bush, was also president during the time of the attacks on the Twin Towers in New York, 9/11. What a weird family. Weird family. And no one forgets that when George H.W. Bush was vice president, the President Ronald Reagan was shot by a Bush family friend named John Hinckley. And strangely enough, at the time, there was a television show called The Greatest American Hero. And the greatest American hero in the TV show, his name was Hinckley. I don't know. If you've ever read Robert Anton Wilson about high weirdness in this planet, well, there's high weirdness everywhere. Okay, where are we going next? We're going back to the Mod Squad. Okay, well, what we have on the table here, we've got two pandas that we're going to do taps for Rumpelstiltskin right here. And then we've got some roxicles, Rumpelstiltskin called it, and a small clementine orange from Morocco. Over here, we've got some tarot cards. So we've got Tarot of the She. We've got a deck of regular playing cards and the Emperor. We've got the Halloween Tarot, which was Rumpelstiltskin's favorite. And we've got over here the Deviant Moon Tarot, which is kooky, and he really liked Halloween. I think it was his favorite holiday of all. But tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, and him, Rumpelstiltskin being a she, it's very much tied to Celtic mythology, so I'm sure that, I don't know. Rumpelstiltskin was a very odd elf. Very odd. And, well, we talked about the me lecture. When he first came to me, he said to me, "You be me and I be you." And I was very puzzled. Like, what do you want to do? You want to come into my body? You want me to go into your body or something? Like you know, we're going to go and trade places, like the movie Trading Places. And for the past, well, it's been about 18 months. Rumpelstiltskin has been around. And it wasn't until just now that I realized that in his me lecture, that's what it meant. You be me and I be you. It wasn't like he wanted to trade places with me. What he was trying to tell me was what he taught me in his me lecture, that, you know, Pindar talked about it in the previous video, but it's basically, you are everything. You are everything. So when you say me, you have to say me includes not only all the everything that you can see is you. It is part of you. Everything on the planet, everything in the stars, everything in other dimensions, it's all you. So when he said, "You'll be me and I be you," he meant we were not separate. There's no separation. And he didn't put it in those kind of words. Other people have said that, but I didn't connect that until just now. That's what he meant. You be me and I be you. And it took me 18 months to get it. It was on purpose, I think. But anyway, let's see, what else do we have? We have lifesavers that have been half-eaten. Lifesavers. Lifesavers are a healing modality that I learned from Dr. Hugh Len, who teaches Ho'oponopono. And you can look him up on the internet. I don't know if we're going to do a tarot card or we're going to pull a tarot card, okay? So just give me a moment. The tarot we're going to use is his favorite, the Halloween deck, okay? So here it is, the Halloween deck. And I'm just going to shuffle up the cards, shuffleophagus. He likes a Dutch poke. Okay, and now in the end, I'm just going to show you the cards, and I'm going to cut the cards this way, and the top card is Rumpelstiltskin's card, okay? Oh my god, the cards are all flying everywhere. Okay, so there is the card. It is the Hierophant. And it looks like, to me, there was a Canadian musician who dressed like this Egyptian mummy, and that artist was known as Nash the Slash. So, the Hierophant, and he's got two bat-headed dogs in urns to the side of him, and two maybe cats, maybe Syrian Egyptian cats, Isis. And he's got a weird thing in his hand, stick with almost like the end of a guitar, and a pumpkin on the end, and the Hierophant. So I'm going to read to you what the Hierophant means. To me, the Hierophant is someone you can go to get, well, I was going to say unnatural wisdom. In other words, the wisdom that's beyond compare. I've got a friend who acts like the Hierophant, and he's only good when he's already had some intoxicants. He gets intoxicated, and then the Hierophant comes through. Why is that? Well, if you think of the oracle at Delphi in ancient Greece, they used to breathe in bad air from volcanoes or something, and they get all high on that. And let's see, how do I get to the Hierophant? The Hierophant is says, being bound by the outer trappings of religion and societal expectations, a strong need for the approval of others, conformity. Being bound by the outer trappings of religion and societal expectations, a strong need for the approval of others, conformity. Well, as usual, Rumpelstiltskin puzzles me, because this Halloween deck, that's very different from what I told you about a Hierophant was. Let's see. Well, we're going to draw another card. Okay. Now, this is a regular deck of cards. Now, usually what I do is I use my other phone. Oh, I've got something I can look this up with. Okay, so let's see. Okay, just so I'm going to show you here, so that you know I'm not cheating. Kind of hard to do, but I'm shuffling in front of the camera, and then I'm going to take a cut. And this is the card, okay? It's the Ace of Diamonds. The Ace of Diamonds is the card. So just give me a moment and I will look up the Ace of Diamonds. Okay. Okay, let's see. Ace of Diamonds. Tarot symbology. Okay. And it says the Ace of Diamonds evokes everything related to the material world. In cartomancy, this card is the strongest diamond card and embodies all of its attributes. In your professional life, the Ace of Diamonds reveals a promotion and good news. It indicates a financial income or the realization of a project despite the difficulties encountered. The Ace of Diamonds brings a lot of joy, as the consultant will gain recognition that he or she deserves. This card is a good omen and brings personal enrichment, social success, or financial income. And further to that, the consultant, I suppose that's me, it says you can foresee your future in a positive way. The Ace of Hearts relates to material things. Well, this is the Ace of Diamonds. I don't know why, because the Ace of Hearts. Your efforts will soon be rewarded, and your entourage, that would be all of you watching, Someone is about to fully take advantage of the professional, material, and familiar effort he or she has showed. The Ace of Diamonds relates to reality and brings satisfaction. Next to some heart cards, the Ace of Diamonds announces a birth in your friend's circle or your family. It should be greeted with a lot of joy in an uncertain future. Okay, so that's your Ace of Diamonds. And then we're going to do one from the Tarot of the Sidhe. And the Sidhe basically means the land of the fairies and elves. And, well, okay, here's the deck. It's an interesting backside of the deck. It almost looks like a treble clef with lots of extra spins. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle in front of the camera so you can see. I am shuffling. Now, you may want a Dutch poke. Just where you put a finger in the middle and poke the middle out. And a cutter, no, they'd say no more cutting. Okay, the card is going to be this one. Okay. I have to look at it. It's the Death card. We drew the Death card. Isn't that interesting? Rumpelstiltskin's wake, and we drew the Death card. Okay, so when I look at it, what do I see? I see an owl with wings outstretched. I see the same symbol as the back of this card. And I see a portal where this is. I see a sliver of a moon. The number is 13. I see 2 trees with deep red roots going into the soil. I see candles, a bunch of candles. It looks like the end of the yellow brick road from The Wizard of Oz. Looks like the owl has got a fish in its talons. And I think it's a little fairy that's at the top of this portal. If you look at this here, now right where I'm looking at here, this is the symbol and this is the portal. You see it's a portal and there's a fairy up on top. There's the sliver of the moon. There's the 13. There's the 2 trees. Okay, there's the owl right there with the outstretched wings. That's a little fish. These are little lights, and I think they could be mushrooms. There's the end of the yellow brick road right here. And this is the portal. And it's death. Okay, so I'll see if we can find out what it means as far as this write-up goes. For me, death signifies not death, but renewal. I think of the phoenix, the story of the phoenix. They said it was dead, and then it rose from the dead, and it was basically everlasting life. So I think it has a lot to do with the rebirth of Rumpelstiltskin. I'm not sure if he's going to be Rumpelstiltskin again or maybe a baby. I think he always wanted to be a baby. He likes to be little. Okay, 40 is the page number. Death. It says, the new moon speaks of an inevitable winter as the cold wind caresses the autumn yews. Roots grow deep like veins into the bones of the ancestors, and I still wait upon the mound. Fear me not, for I am not your end, but rather that which cuts you free. I am the owl's wisdom that flies by night. I am the golden wings of the untethered soul. I am the candlelit path to a new existence. I am the shining memories of those that passed before. I am the spiral of renewal and the clear starlit sky. I am that which is forgotten and yet always longed for. I am the kindling of new life. I am evolution. I am the transformation of your inner being. Fear not death, you know me well. This path you have trodden many times before. The lintel carries the sacred sign we all must pass beneath. Step forward bravely, and you will see that death is but a land of life renewed. Let's see, where are we going? The card is about cutting away the things which limit us, even if it hurts to do so. Allowing us to move on. To the Sidhe, death is not a process to be feared, but rather a gateway into a new level of existence. If we consider that we are both spiritual and physical beings, when we are born into the physical, a part of us dies to the spirit world. When our physical body dies, we are reborn more to spirit. Looking back at the previous card of the Hanged Man, we see death as being his eventual birth after the 9 months spent in the womb of the Empress. All right, well, there it is, the Tarot of the She. And the author is Emily Carding. So, that is basically what we have drawn here. The Death card, the Hierophant as a mummy, and Ace of Diamonds signaling blessings. I don't have anything more to say other than watch for Rumpelstiltskin in your life. Watch for him. He always said, when you go out and you see people, look at them with soft eyes. Soft eyes. Don't be flinty. Soft eyes. Eyes of kindness. Well, here's to you, Rumpelstiltskin, and your wake. I'm going to have his orange, and I think that's a fine wake for Mr. Rumpelstiltskin. Uncle Rumple, as we call him. Our cosmic character who has left us for now. I'm Harry Weaver.